Welcome back to Monkey Recaps. Today I will feature a folk supernatural horror from 2022. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you. A woman with blood dripping down on her nose saw a man falling from the upper floor of an apartment building. She looked shocked as the man falling is actually her husband. Her name is Harper. She and her husband, James, had a rough marriage and she's planning to divorce him. When she told her about the divorce, he threatened her that he will take his own life so that she can live with it in her conscience. James changed as a person. He became violent. And he's scaring Harper because of his actions. He took her phone to see what she's saying to her friend about him. And while having an argument, he punched her. He tried to apologize to Harper, but she's having none of it. She then forced her out of the apartment, and that's when James jumped from the apartment above them. Months after her husband's death, Harper rented a house in the countryside to unwind grief and moved on to what happened. She arrived at the house and immediately saw a tree full of fruit. She took one and had a bite. Like Eve from Adam and Eve. She was greeted by Jeffrey, the owner of the house. He then took her bags to help her. She looked around the house and made herself a tea. Jeffrey came back with her bags. He saw the apple that Harper had. He made an awkward joke about how she shouldn't have done what she did. He even called it the forbidden fruit. He then gave her a tour of the house. Overlooking the master's bedroom is a church and a village near the house where there's a pub. Jeffrey asked if she's the only one staying, as she still uses the title, Mrs. He then put two and two together and finally left Harper. She then called her friend Riley. While they're talking on the phone, her phone suddenly glitched and thought she lost signal. They finished having a conversation and said their goodbyes to each other. Harper had a flashback of her failing marriage with James and tears went down on her eyes. She then go for a walk and explore the place. Harper climbed down a ditch, went to the woods, saw a tree full of moss, passed by a field of blue flowers, and there's a smile on her face while appreciating nature. She kept exploring until she sees an old tunnel. Harper vocalized and played with the echo of the tunnel. She then went further inside and was amazed by the echo. Suddenly, she saw a figure of a man appear at the other end of the tunnel. The man ran into Harper, but Harper got spooked and ran away. Harper now ran as far away from the sound she hears, which comes from the sound of the man pursuing her. But she ran in circles and saw the same tunnel, but now blocked. She climbed the ditch, just like what she did earlier, and saw the fields of blue flower which she passes by before. Until Harper stumbled upon empty houses and buildings. She then took a photo of the man following her and ran away to go back to the house. While taking a bath, Harper sent the photo to Riley. The next morning, while Harper was working online, a naked man is in the garden of the house. But she did not notice him. Riley called Harper and gave her a tour of the house. While showing the house to Riley, that's when she saw the naked man. And realized that's the person that was following her before. She then quickly called the police. She checked the house and found out that the front door is slightly open but still locked. The naked man was looking through the opening when Harper closed the door, but the naked man is still trying to get inside. Thankfully the police came and arrested the naked man. A female police officer then took Harper's statement. Harper told the officer that he saw the man yesterday and followed her. The police officer comforts her and then told her that the man is probably harmless. She then called Riley and told her what happened. Harper then visited the nearby church, and inside the church are pagan carvings of Sheila na gig and the Green Man. Still shaken up from her husband's death, she remembered their fight where James punched her and broke down crying. She eventually calmed down and left the church. Harper then saw a boy wearing a mask. He removed his mask and asked her to play hide and seek. The priest, who saw her breaking down at the church earlier, came and told the boy to go away. The boy then called Harper that she's a bitch. Then the priest said that she can open up to him. They took a sit and then Harper told her what she feels lately. She told her everything and the priest said that she needs to be understood and he understands her. Then he touched her thigh. Very creepy. The priest then asked her what did Harper do for her husband to take his own life. And if she even gave him a chance to apologize after he punched her. Harper walked away and told him to fuck off. That night, Harper went to the pub to have a drink and unwind. Harper saw Jeffrey at the pub and was greeted by him. She ordered a drink, but Jeffrey insisted that he will be the one to pay her drink. Harper thanked him, but she's uncomfortable. The police came in the pub too and told Harper that they released the naked man a while ago. Harper got pissed and left the pub. While going back to the house, she heard a scream and ran as fast as she could. The naked man was following her again. She quickly locked the front door and checked the windows. She then called Riley. Riley told her that she deserved the time off and she will go to her. While giving the location to Riley, her connection fell off. She then texted Riley the address of the house. Harper then saw the police officer she just saw in the pub. She went outside to ask him if the naked man came back. Suddenly, the lights blinked and when it came back he's gone. The apples fell from the tree. Then a man chased her. Thankfully she shut the door before the man catches her. She hid inside the house and took a knife in the kitchen. A kitchen window broke and the chair fell down. Suddenly, someone was pounding at the door. It's Jeffrey. Harper told her that someone break in. He checked the house and saw a crow. Harper insisted that there's a man outside. She told Jeffrey that it's dangerous and he shouldn't go outside. But Jeffrey said that his father told him that he has the quality of a failed military man and went outside. The lights blinked again. Jeffrey continued searching for a person when the lights went out again. When the lights came back, the naked man is in front of her. He spewed dandelions, and Harper inhaled one. And became in trance. She slowly walked back to the house and closes the door. The naked man looked at her from the mail slot and reached his hand. Harper gave his hand to the naked man. And when he grabbed her, she stabbed him. He then pulled out his hand until the knife got removed from his arm. She heard noises from the kitchen, and inside that kitchen is the rude young boy from the church. He put his mask to the head of the dead crow that looks like in a suggestive position. The boy told her that she's mean and slowly went near her. Harper hid in a room and the boy counted 10 to finally play hide and seek with her. She ran away until she's in the bathroom. The priest then entered. Shocked of what is happening, she asked him what is he. The priest asked her when did she lose her virginity and more creepy things. He then tried to force himself to Harper, but Harper stabbed him and pushed him away. She quickly went to her car and drove as fast as she could and accidentally ran over Jeffrey. Harper stopped and Jeffrey went to her. He forced her outside the car and drove away. Harper thought Jeffrey drove away from her, but then she realized that Jeffrey is trying to kill her by running over her. She ran away from the car until it crashed. After the car chase, the naked man appeared and gave birth to the rude boy from the church. The boy screamed in pain and gave birth to the creepy priest. Harper then went back inside the house. The priest crawled to get close to Harper and gave birth again to Jeffrey. She then took the axe from the fireplace for self-defense. Meanwhile, Jeffrey gave birth from his mouth and gave birth to James, Harper's dead husband. They both sit down on the couch. James still blames her for his death. Harper then asked him, what does he want from her? James answered, her love. The next morning, Riley arrived. She's pregnant. And there's a smile on Harper's face seeing Riley. And that's the recap for today. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, thank you.